Hands where we can see them. The voice echoed from the Coast Guard ship, slicing through the early morning calm. Weapons aimed, engines humming. 3 officers stormed the small fishing boat. Benjamin Wilson raised his hands slowly, steady, calloused hands that had seen war and water alike. His expression didn't flicker, just calm eyes watching nervous men trample over rods, tackle, and a quiet morning he'd looked forward to all week. "Is there a problem, officers?" he asked, voice steady, almost soft. "Search everything." The team leader ordered. They moved quickly, tearing open compartments, flipping boxes, scattering bait, but what none of them knew was this. In just a few minutes, they'd all want off that boat. Every morning, Benjamin walks the same path down to the old wooden dock near his Florida home, white paint peeling, sun bleached from decades of salt and time. He's 79 now. No phone, no computer, no TV, just his boat. A 1987 Cray with Mary painted carefully on the side, and the C. To the neighbors. He's a quiet old man, kind, but distant. The kind who tips his hat but doesn't linger. The kind who's been alone since his wife Mary passed 8 years ago. What they don't see is how he prepares. The way he runs his fingers along the fishing line. The care in how he loads the gear. The way he whispers to the sea like it's listening. Because for Benjamin, fishing isn't just a habit, it's how he remembers to breathe. That morning, he was just about to land a mangrove snapper, the biggest he'd seen in months, when the Coast Guard ship pulled up hard and fast, rocking his boat with its wake, hands where we can see them. Guns, boots, orders. Benjamin raised his hands. Quiet. Calm. 3 agents climbed aboard, their eyes darting around. Fishing gear tossed aside, coffee thermos rolling across the floor. A photo of Mary, the one he kept on the dashboard, fell, face down onto the damp floor. "Is there a problem, gentlemen?" he asked again. Petty Officer Smith didn't blink. "Search everything." The younger agent chuckled. "Fishing, huh? This little boat's the perfect size for smuggling." They searched hard, pulled open tackle boxes, dumped papers on the floor, kicked over storage compartments. Benjamin just stood still, watching, saying nothing. Not a hint of panic. "Papers," Smith snapped. Benjamin pointed to a small compartment near the helm. Inside, a wallet, his license, the boat's registration, and a folded map of the waters he knew like his own hands. "Benjamin Wilson," Smith read. "Mind telling me what you're doing out here?" "Fishing," Benjamin replied simply. Agent scoffed. "We got a tip, anonymous." "Illegal weapons? Exact location? Exact time?" Smith leaned in close. "You're either the unluckiest man alive, or you've got something to hide." Benjamin didn't react. "I'm always out here. Same spot, same time, that's all." But Smith wasn't satisfied. "Keep searching," he barked. Small arms. Could be anywhere. They pulled the seats. Checked under the console. The boat rattled under their movements. Still, Benjamin said nothing. No anger, no protest. Just that calm, unreadable patience, like a man who'd been through far worse, and he had. What they didn't know was Benjamin had once faced interrogation of another kind, real ones, in jungles across the world, where silence was survival, where pain was currency, and men screamed for answers he never gave. Compared to that, this was just noise on water. "All clear," one agent finally reported, but Benjamin's composure felt strange. Most innocent people get nervous. They ask questions, protest, plead. Benjamin did none of that. Smith narrowed his eyes. Something wasn't right. "Run his ID again," he radioed. "Command, this is Operation Neptune. Requesting full background check on Benjamin Wilson, age 79. Confirm any military or criminal history." Benjamin just watched the ocean, watched Mary's photo still lying on the floor, waited. The radio crackled. Then came the voice from Bass Sharp, clipped, unmistakably serious. "Petty Officer Smith, step away from Mr. Wilson immediately, and apologize." Smith frowned. "Say again." "You've boarded Captain Benjamin Wilson, decorated U.S. Navy veteran, Medal of Honor, Navy Cross, hero of the Mekong Delta, Saigon, 1968, confirmed." A long silence. Then, "You also missed the actual target, A second vessel, south of your position, has been seized. 3 suspects in custody. Coordinates were off. Smith's face went pale. They hadn't just boarded the wrong man. They had humiliated a war hero. Smith stepped forward, voice suddenly. Quiet, Captain Wilson, sir. I had no idea. Benjamin looked at him. No anger. Just stillness. The kind that humbles men without saying a word. May I return your documents? Smith handed them back, hands trembling now, then turned to his team. Put everything back, carefully. Benjamin was alone again. He checked his rod, put away the gear, wiped off Mary's photo, started the engine. The sea, he decided, wasn't right for fishing anymore that day. The next morning, a car pulled up near the dock. Smith stepped out, alone. Benjamin was prepping the boat like always. Captain Wilson, Smith said, may I speak with you? Benjamin kept working. My grandfather served in Vietnam, Smith continued. 3rd Engineer Battalion. He made me promise if I ever put on the uniform, I'd wear it with respect. Smith lowered his voice. Yesterday, he wouldn't have stood by me. Benjamin didn't speak, just nodded for him to go on. I forgot what matters, Smith added, and I saw something in you yesterday I'll never forget. Benjamin stopped coiling the ropes. It was a mistake, he said softly. Mistakes happen. What matters is what we do next. Smith swallowed the lump in his throat. I don't know how you can be so forgiving. Benjamin looked at the water. Anger is heavy, he said. I've carried enough weight in my life. Now I only carry what's necessary. Smith helped him push the boat into the water. Mind if I come along? Benjamin smiled. Just barely. Hop in. Got an old rod that still works? Just know you owe me a mangrove snapper. They headed toward the same spot as the day before. Smith watched the way Benjamin moved, precise, calm, deliberate. How long you been fishing out here? 22 years, Benjamin replied. He handed Smith his wife's old rod. They cast their lines together. An hour passed. Smith hooked something small, but strong. He yanked too hard. Easy, Benjamin said. Let it fight. Then pull slow. Smith followed the advice, reeled it in. A small fish surfaced. Let it go, Benjamin suggested. Why? Too small, needs to grow. Smith released it. Benjamin nodded. That fish, he said, is like us. We all need to grow a bit more. They didn't catch anything else that day, but both men left with more than they came for, and only the sea, ancient and silent, heard the truth of what passed between them. If this story moved you, hit the like button and subscribe for more. Because sometimes the quietest people carry the loudest legacies.